I feel like a sports talk show.
I do.
Yeah.
This is actually how all sports talk shows are right now, actually.
Yeah.
What is going on? My name is Kabir Singh. Welcome to Lockdown with Kabeezy, where I interview two amazing people at the same time. And today I have very special guests, two of my personal favorite comedians in the game by far. We have the wonderful Carlos Rodriguez, who I believe, yes, Carlos Rodriguez, probably, I think everybody's favorite comedian, one of the nicest, coolest guys in the game. It is an honor talking to my friend Carlos. We have Paul Conyers.
Yay!
Paul Conyers. Also, one of the nicest, humblest, funniest comedians in the game who just recorded and released an album with Uproar Records recently. What was that called, Paul? Your new album?
It's called Above the Fray.
Above the Fray, because his asshole's taller than us. What a dick.
Exactly. Just had to be a little bit of an asshole right off the top.
Yeah, when you're on stage, people assume you're an asshole, then they meet you. They're like, this guy's the nicest fucking guy I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. Well, I crank it up to about 100 when I'm on stage.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I could tell, like, right? He's like, that's the same guy we met. He's like, nah, well, it's all crazy now.
Yeah.
Both of you guys were on a roll before this. I think we were all on a roll, man. I mean, before this happened, Carlos, you and I were over in Vegas, over at the LA Comedy, having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, you barely got your album recorded in time, I'm assuming, right?
I recorded it actually in November. We sat on it for a while, but we released it middle of all this shit.
Yeah, perfect timing. Nobody has anything else to do but listen to that shit.
And it could be worse for sure.
But no, it is great though. Like everybody's on a roll. I know this is kind of affecting everybody. Paul, I know Carlos, you've lost plenty of gigs as well as Paul.
Yeah.
How are you? What are you doing during this time, Paul? Like, how is this like affecting you? Like, you're quarantined with who right now? Are you quarantined with your wifey?
Yeah, me and the wife to be. I mean, honestly, right now we're in wedding saving mode, just trying to make sure this fucking thing can happen in August. But I think the guest list is going to get chopped down to like,
me and Carlos. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Basically. Just my co-best men. That's cool. I want my mom and parents to think I have diverse friends, so
yeah, I know. I can imagine it's gonna be a white ass fucking wedding.
That's gonna be white as shit. But I mean, yeah, we're doing that, and I'm just I'm getting into like I'm doing the Zoom stuff, and I'm just trying to find other creative outlets, doing a lot more writing, and just trying to survive, man. Who knows how long it's gonna last? So
hopefully, actually, I've been getting some emails from other comedy clubs. They're slowly but surely opening up, so hopefully better, but early. And Carlos, I know you and I are big sports fans. That's what killed, other than comedy, obviously hit us, but it hit us twice. It hit us twice with the no sports. I'm assuming, right? Like, what the hell are you even doing during this, man? This guy,
it's nothing. I started gambling. I started doing stocks now.
I know you did. Yeah, that's what I was into.
Yeah, because I'm like, and it's so funny because stocks is a whole nother level of gambling. You're not gambling on sport, you're gambling on what people are doing. It's like, what are they buying? And it's just crazy. So I bought matter of fact, what's funny is I bought William Hill. I bought stock in William Hill. So as soon as William Hill comes back, William Hill, if people don't know that's the sports book that's in Vegas and stuff like that. And if a casino doesn't have a sports book, William Hill is the McDonald's of sports books. They'll just go with the franchise in there. So as soon as sports comes back, that'll probably pop. I bought DraftKings stock. I bought what else I bought? I bought some marijuana, cannabis stock. I bought hella shit, man. I've been going fucking nuts.
No blue chips, no Amazon, no Microsoft, no blue chips, just weed and gambling.
I bought it. Yeah,
really,
the essentials. Well, because I bought Tesla, but that's a long play. That's like 5 years. It's gonna see a nice return. But I've gotten really into it, man.
Wolf of Wall Street over here, long play, Paul. We don't know about this long plays.
Hell no. Dude, I'm the guy that's like, that'll bet like $10 on a March Madness game and just be like pissing myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
I know.
That's what they call short plays in this business. It's a short play. It's the weed and the sports.
Well, dude,
not the long play.
We're instant gratification addicts. I mean, that's what we're stand-up comics. So it's like it's real tough for me not to keep looking at stocks and keep looking at them and fixating.
I'm betting on fake Madden simulation. So I mean, $1.
I went on the UFCs. I was doing that.
Great. That's back.
Yeah,
Paul, I know. Like, you don't really gamble on sports as much, but you watch sports and shit. Like, you played basketball in high school, I guess, college.
Oh no, yeah, I played college. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a big sports guy.
Right?
There's Mad Bum right there. There's me guarding a Kings player because my buddy's a trainer. So
really,
oh yeah. So
What college did you play for?
I played at Holy Names over in Oakland, up in the hills, the nice white part of Oakland.
Oh, no way. That's cool. So people didn't really bet on you guys, right? There wasn't a line on your games?
Oh, boy. It might have been on like attendance, like plus or minus 30.
We'll take the under.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool. So basketball's been in your thing. So, like, so you played, what position did you play?
Well, I mean, I played in the NAIA, so we weren't like very big. I mean, I'm only 6'7", so I was usually like the forward on the team. So, I'm still not like I'm not a very good basketball player. I didn't have a ton of post moves. I just did a lot of like setting screens and slashing and doing the dirty stuff and keeping balls alive and stuff. Just
That's great.
Yeah, just being a hustle guy.
Dude, when did you start doing comedy? You did stand up after college, correct?
Yeah, right after college, I did the Rooster T. Feathers New Talent Showcase.
Everybody's intro in a comedy.
You got to do it, man. You got to bring 12 of your friends, screaming drunk. You do your 4 minutes. You're like, holy shit, I killed it. I am the next king of comedy.
Yeah.
And then we had a mutual friend that called you at a bar. He's like, I got this new guy, Paul. He's doing comedy. Can he do your show? You're like, yeah, I'm doing my outsourced comedy tour. It's kicking off at the San Jose Improv.
Yep.
I'll give him a few minutes. I go up there with like brand new material, untested, because I think I'm the fucking king. Bomb my fucking ass off. And actually, I don't know if you remember, but I like kicked the mic cord out of the microphone, and I was so nervous, and I never like plugged in a mic before. It took me like 45 seconds. Hands were trembling. And then I
remember that guy too. We grew up together. The guy that recommended you.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. I was friends with, like, all the Indians at Santa Clara who, like, love you, so.
By the way, when I booked you, I didn't know you were fucking white, by the way. I mean, nobody sent you a headshot. You know, with outsourced comedy, it was an all-Indian
I knew. The second I walked in that green room, I was like, they don't like me. The crowd's not going to...
Yeah, it's like,
crowd's not going to feel me.
Like, you can't go on stage tonight. Who the fuck is this guy? Fucking living around over here. There's 100 Indians out there.
Yeah, they ate my ass alive, man.
I don't remember you taking it. I thought you did pretty good. And then you after that, what did you do? You stopped for a little bit and you came back in the game because you've come in the back game like gangbangers now.
I quit for 6 years because I was like, man, I'm a fucking loser. And then
you did not quit for 6 years.
I quit for 6 years. Yeah, because I was just so like broken, and I just like it just ate me alive, and I don't know why. And then I also didn't have like I was so new to comedy. That was my second show. I didn't have anyone I knew. You didn't even know me. You put me on the show, but like you didn't know me. I didn't have anyone that like was like, hey man, it happens. Shake it off. Let's go to a mic or something. I would have like done that, but like I just was like, wow, I'm a fucking loser.
Even if I know you, I mean, Carlos knows me. I wouldn't have told him that either.
Yeah, exactly. even in 2010, you were like, no, he just doesn't have it.
God, Paul, that's comedy and sports. That's 2 strikes. What's your third one? This guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Carlos, you did essentially the same thing, right? You started you started comedy at a very young age, and then you took a step back and then came back, right? That's that. How old were you? You told me it was like an absurd number.
I was 16. I started when I was 16. I started when I was 16, and I was at a fucking my teacher snuck me into a bar, an open mic, and he goes, you think you're, because he's like I was disrupting the class, and he was like a substitute at a continuation high school. He was like, oh, funny. I go, I'm hilarious. And then he was like, can you do that at an open mic? I was like, I made 6 kids laugh. I can make 30 drunks. I don't give a and then so he took me and I ate shit, man. I ate a bag of shit. And then he was like, and then I go, is there one next week? And he goes, yeah. I go, well, sneak me back in. He was like, but you didn't do very good. And I was like, but I learned something, man. I learned like 2 things. He was like, what'd you learn? I go, that people are going to laugh because you're funny, or they're going to laugh just to get you to shut the fuck up. And you got to figure out which laugh you're getting in real life, and then started using that. So I started doing that. And then
that was insightful as shit for a 16-year-old in his first time.
That is really insightful.
Mike.
Well, yeah, because everybody in class, they knew me. So I was like what Paul's saying, it's like, my friends did it. So I started realizing that like everyone in class knew me. So that's they all went to school with me. They all and then when I went to this bar, nobody knew me, and I'm like, well, how do I get them to know me? How do I get them to like me? And I was like, oh, okay, I got to figure that out. Because that's all it is. I mean, I'm going to start talking about this comedy theory. But, but that's all it is. It's basically. We
told you not to do that before this started, by the way. You know that, right? You're going to start doing diagrams.
Yeah. I was like, so what happens is, I go, that's why I got this out here. I got this
PowerPoint. But it is interesting because I think all 3 of us kind of were like that, right? We're probably the funniest dudes in class. All of our friends were cracking up at all the parties. Mm-hmm. And then we graduated to that point, and then that's crazy that your first time was, Jesus Christ, 16 at a bar, bro.
Man. Yeah, and I stopped when I was 20, and then I came back, and then I stopped. I went to I stole all this money from I was doing this like movie theater scam, and I stole like I had like about 4 or 5 G's. I said fuck it, and I took off to Europe. For like 3 or 4 months.
One of our sponsors, right? You got it.
Yeah. Then I bounced and I came back, and then when I came back, I got addicted to traveling, and so I started traveling the world, and I got lost for like 6 years, and then I came back. And on top of that, I didn't have really much to talk about when I was like from 16 to 20. Like, you know, you make these jokes, but it's like you don't have any real life experience.
No.
So I went out and got some. I went and got nuts and went out there and fucking was Indiana Jones for like 6 years.
For 6 years, Carlos?
Man.
Yeah, about 6 years. I stopped at 20. I came back at 26.
Were you drinking at that time?
Fuck yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
because I didn't stop drinking. I stopped drinking. The first time I tried to stop drinking, I was 24, and I stopped at about 27. When I got back into stand-up, I was sober for 1 year, and I got booked in Australia. And then when I went to Australia, I was like, fuck it, it's on. And then I came back, and I was all coked out, and I was hella coked out on that one motherfucking what was it, the Tommy T's, the 20 grand. Amir K had won it. It was the first year, and Amir K had won it. But
that was not the first year. That was the second year.
That was the second year. Who was the second
year? That's right. I know. I remember that one. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. So he won. It was 10 grand, and then you were still doing shit back then.
Yeah, it was 20 grand, but then they gave 10 to
the first place.
People,
yeah,
and then 10 to the first place. But yeah, that was when Tommy T's had San Francisco, Sacramento.
I know. Yeah.
And what you call So I was doing shit. Yeah, I was doing shit from way back then, and even when I was 16 and fucking around, I would take I would steal money and hop on the Greyhound and go to San Francisco and check out the scene, and that's when like Rhodes was around and Oswald and all those cats were around, and I would see these fools are killers and it'd be crazy as fuck. Yeah. And then when I came back to San Francisco scene and the shit was like 2007, 2008, I was just seeing some cats that were acting like they were killers, like how those fools were, and I was like, you guys are weak as fuck. I couldn't stand San Francisco scene for like. I only fucked with you and Sammy and Chris Tinkle.
When we started. Oh,
yeah. You, me, and Sammy and Chris Tinkle, and then Roger would come in and out. But other than that, I was like, man, fuck this scene. I still fuck that.
Storin too, actually.
Oh, Storin, yeah. Storin.
Yeah.
But Butch and Storin, I mean, for some reason, I calculated those cats as East Bay comedy or South Bay comedy. And I was like, it was a whole completely different thing. Like, I fuck with South Bay. I fuck with East Bay all the time.
East Bay all day. Even now, SF is like, ugh. Paul, Paul, what do you? So like when you came back and started doing comedy, you just came out and started fucking. That was great, by the way, Carlos. I love that shit.
You're a fascinating man.
I know. We're doing our own thing for another hour later, but Paul, real quick. When you came back to comedy, like Carlos did, he was like banging it out doing competition. When you came back, I don't remember seeing you just start killing it immediately when you came back though. Like was that
no?
The case,
I came back. I did a Tommy's the monthly Tuesday open mic. And you were there actually, and then I saw you and Curry there, and you were like, "Hey, nice set," and I was like, "You probably don't remember me, but I bombed my dick off for you 6 years ago." And then we went up to the green room, and Jeremy made me take shots, and then you were like,
"Saying Jeremy, not me."
Yeah. Then you were like, "Listen, I got a Halloween show here. You do like 5 mics. Hit me up. I'll put you on the show." And I was like, "Fine." And you would do that to me, and you would put me on the bringer shows, and I would bring my friends and everything, because I mean even then like you only got so much time before people are gonna be like, all right, I'm not coming to your fucking show anymore.
Exactly, yeah, of course.
So you got to get it in. So I knew like my time to get really good was like very small, because my friends were gonna stop coming. Yeah, and I figured I'm not gonna get on bringer shows if I can't bring people unless I'm good enough. So I like the first few times I could tell like I wasn't making like an impact, and I was like, man, I have got to have the tightest fucking 6 minutes on the planet. And then that's all I was working towards. And then like slowly, I think I started to get your attention, and then, started, put me up later in the lineup, having me host and all that stuff. So it's funny, people always shit on bringer shows, but like bringer shows, like, were what funneled me into getting in front of guys like you, and then getting like, I mean, even Carlos like gave me a bringer show, and I made shit happen.
Well, that's the
we run that correctly though, right? We go up there and murder at the end. So even your friends, you're not coming to see like 12 bringers. You're coming to see 5 people that help pack the place out and absolute monsters, right?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. that's the people don't get that. That's the business structure of it. It's like if you're new, your only value is that you bring new audience members. So then you bring new audience members, and they come see you, and then they see us kill. So then they become our fans as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now you don't have to. After a while, you start getting better. and then then you're no longer a bringer. Now I can put you in the middle because you have, let's say 7 out of 10 times you're gonna do okay, and I know you're gonna bomb here and there, so that's all right. So now you could be in the middle. Wow, now you can start getting work and start getting good in the middle of it, and then after a while you start producing your own shows, and the cycle starts over again.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah,
exactly.
And people are like, "Oh, I'm not a bringer. You're just using me." It's like, no, it's one hand washes the other. You're gonna get your turn at the top. Yeah. But what happens is, I'm gonna say this right now. What happens is motherfuckers come in here and they're producers and they're not even comics. So all they're doing is just using all these cats for their open mic skills thing, and then leaving them on the wayside and not letting them develop. Once they can't bring anymore, they don't hire them no more.
That is so well put, Carlos. That is a big ass difference when you're producing. When I'm putting on a show that I'm putting my name on, and I still listen. At the end of the day, when I do like my future comedy bullshit fucking shows like Cobbs and Punchline, for people don't understand, I still am selling 60, 65 tickets by myself full price. So they're coming to see, myself and you guys, and then you're, 15, 20 people that you're bringing for free, whatever, you're at Cobbs and you're fucking doing a set. But but at the end of the day, I'm the one that goes up 13th and takes the heat for it. I mean,
exactly.
Fucking 13
a fucking 2.5 hour show. Yeah, and you got it, and everyone's seen who they want to see other than the people that you brought. Exactly. They're like, hey, we already saw our friend, so let's wrap this up. And I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, close out a bringer show.
Anybody that's on a bringer show is like, I want to put them up at the end at a bringer show and see how you do. Carlos, so what were you saying, buddy?
No, I said on top of that too, like, not a little on that, they're a bringer show, and you're at the end of 13 comics or 10 comics or whatnot. So everyone's been drinking for that long period of time. So when you get up, you have to deal with unruly. You got to deal with the check drop and the motherfuckers that are wasted. And it's just like, if you can handle that, then I'll definitely pay you. Because that's another thing too. Like, if I'll just produce a show and I just want to get on it wherever the fuck, like, I'll pay the headliner. I usually pay the headliner and I pay the host because I'm like, you guys are doing a job. Like, the host has to keep coming and digging people out of the fucking hole. And that's a lot of work. And also too, that gets you become a better comic, because once you become a headliner, now you're gonna have to dig yourself out of your own holes, because it's a longer, you're doing a longer set, and you got people that are gonna either fuck you up or you gotta reset the room again and constantly, and it just teaches you how to become a better comedian.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the same kind of group of comics that complain about it too, and I don't want to fucking talk shit, but it's the same person.
Do it! Fucking we're in quarantine. The world's ended.
We're not gonna see it for like 6 months. Name the name.
No, it's like the same guy. It's the same guy. Probably not getting booked or doing clubs or colleges or anything. And then they just look at some shit and be like, "Oh, this is garbage. There's a lot of shitty comics." I'm like, dude, first of all, they're not shitty comics. They're trying. They're going up. The first show I ever did was Big Al Gonzalez and Butch Escobar. Butch Escobar, Unfiltered Underground, and Big Al's. And I give them all love for that, because at the end, Big Al booked me as a bringer. I remember that, and I brought like 25 people. Butch saw me, liked me, and put me on Unfiltered Underground. And I always loved those guys for that. Justin McClure, those guys.
Yeah.
I was a bringer, but I was able to go on these stages and fell in love with this art form and was able to use it.
You use it. You use the platform that you're given. I got into Tommy's because of you, Kabir. I got into Laughs because of Carlos.
Yeah, and not that, because you're hilarious though. So
but it was you guys like putting me on the stage, and I'm fucking phenomenal. But you guys gave me the opportunity.
But that's how it is though, man. And like I said, and then on top of that, I respect the hustle. Man. Even if you're not that good, but you're still hustling and trying to get on these stages, or even just hanging around comedy clubs. Like when I first came in and I wasn't getting up, I would still go see a comedian, because I want to see how it's done. I want to see what it looks like when someone's been doing it for 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
What am I not doing right? What am I doing with pauses or with beats? Or you're not stealing. You're just learning the art form. You're learning how to dribble. You're learning how to, you're the fundamentals of it. But a lot of these cats just go and they feel like, if I'm not on this show, then I'm not going to stick around, or I don't need to learn anything. I can't learn anything from here. And it's like, yo, man, that's why you're where you're at, and that's why we're where we're at, and that's why we don't come. What's that, like on Saving Private Ryan when he's like, how come you're not griping, to Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks was like, I don't gripe down, I gripe up. You guys gripe me. But that's what it's like.
You've done a lot of that's very true, because it is kind of like that. You have to learn. I mean, when I first started, Sammy was dragging me. I mean, you got to see the goddamn places Sammy was dragging me, bro. Like, people think that I didn't grind. Trust me, I was in the car with this maniac 7 days a week, taking me to fucking 5-minute sets in the middle of a beach. So it's like, but Paul, for yourself though, like, so we've done a lot of comedy clubs. I mean, and I hate to put you guys on the spot, but I always ask every comic guest, and I'm not saying what the best comedy club is, I hate when people ask you what is your favorite comedy club? What is a place that you like to do? And I always say the same thing. You know, I love Tommy T's only because, you know, that's where I got my start. And I could run great shows, and I could go in the green room and do a lot of shit and have fun. And then also, it was the place where I was able to perform 4 or 5 times a week and get good. So I'll ask you, and Carlos, I know you've done probably as many or more comedy clubs than I have all around America. Paul, what is the comedy club that you have the most fun at? What do you like, and what do you like about it?
I mean, I love Tommy's because those guys are like family to me, and they've always been super cool. I mean, Punchline, you know, is like the prestigious one, and it's like that one. But I mean, as far as just straight up fun, I fucking love Laughs Unlimited, man. Sacramento. I mean, I'm from Sacramento. When that place is sold out and it is rocking, I mean, there's something about like a Sacramento crowd.
Look how happy Carlos is, that little bitch in the corner. Did you see how happy Carlos face when he said that? When you picked this side, did you see how happy he got?
Yeah.
I love Tommy D's, but I like laughs. And Carlos like,
I agree.
I just love it, man. Yeah, I just the first club to give me weekend work, and first club to feature me. So yeah, I mean, it means a lot to me personally. But I just when that place is packed out and bumping, man, it's just a great audience.
Well, Paul, I gotta tell you, man, I have seen a lot of people, you know, just come in the scene and kill. You have been doing phenomenal. Immediately, my close friends, like my girlfriend and people that I know, immediately see you and be like, that guy's fucking great. I'm not going to take my girlfriend's account for it because she probably just thinks you're hot.
Well, tell her I said hi.
I like this guy. I'm like, shut up. Average at best. No, I'm just kidding. You are phenomenal, and you're actually one of my favorite comics. You know, I first got to meet you at San Jose Improv, and you've been doing so great, and you're so humble, and you're amazing. I heard your album's getting rave reviews, by the way. Dave DeRozan specifically went on there and said it was one of the best uproar records that he's had, which is amazing because he's done 2 of mine. Dick. Yeah. But like, by far, he used the word by far, by the way. But I do want everybody to grab your album. It's going to be great. And Carlos, what is your favorite comedy club? What is the club that you love, you call home, and you just love looking forward to doing shows at?
Okay, the one of my favorites to perform at is the San Jose Improv. I fucking love the San Jose Improv. Yeah. I like it when it's, I mean, I don't even mind it when it's not full. People are like, oh, it's like, I mean, it's got that theater feel to it, club feel. And when it's packed, it's ridiculous. It teaches you how to pace and how to like with the theater, like, cause you let a joke out and you just let it come back in. It's like a wave. It's just like, you know, it's so fucking fun. And when you're on that stage, I mean, if you feel like you're getting an award, close that. Close it. I'm just. All right, close it. Yeah.
Is definitely up. Yeah, absolutely.
No, and then it's like when you get an award for like fucking attendance from like school. I mean, you feel like you did something right.
Yeah.
But my home club is Laughs Unlimited, and I mean, I'll always have that. That place has always been good to me. It like Paul said, like I've been through 2 owners so far of it, and Jenny has it, and she's running it completely well. They moved the stage; it looks great.
Sick. Yeah, super sick.
They gave me my first. Jenny gave me my first headlining gig, and then that spawned off. Once I broke that seal, it just fucking pop, and I owe a lot of my career and what I do to that club because they did definitely put me on first. And
it's cool having an owner like Jenny, though. I mean, talking to both you guys, I mean, how cool is having somebody so supportive and badass like Jenny? I came in a little late, but like I saw all the people that I respect that just amazing, and I saw them on the wall. I'm like, this is like a real fucking homie comedy club. This is not like a corporate bullshit that we have to deal with all around America.
Yeah, because Jenny will like. I mean, she throws Christmas parties on her own dime. She like she definitely she holds she doesn't make you pay for classes that like if there's a seminar for like business of the hustle of stand up or how to be a better host or how to close, like they have them there and it's free. And just like, if you want to come, if you want to get better, come through, come get better. It's very supportive and I love it. And all you have to do, and that's another thing too, if she doesn't think you're funny, it doesn't matter. It matters what the audience thinks. Yeah. So I've had a lot of people that I've recommended, and she's been like, she goes, they were funny because the crowd laughed. She was like, I didn't pay attention. I just pay attention to the crowd, which is great because that's what you need. You know, you don't need someone's biased not to be. I don't like him because he does this type of material. No, fuck that. I need the audience to enjoy it.
Exactly. And outside of Cali, my favorite club is actually, somebody asked me this recently. I forgot to give a shout out. Philly Punchline. If you ever get a chance to do Philly Punchline.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. I headlined like Saturday night over there like a year ago.
I saw that post. I remember that.
Holy shit! I surprised my girlfriend with the Dallas Cowboys Philly tickets, and then I just asked for a random show on a Sunday. That was one of the coolest clubs. And Paul, you've done shows out of Cali too, right? You've done like Reno and shit like that.
Oh yeah. I've done Reno, and I was actually. It's funny. This was going to be like my
Kill
first,
Harvey's, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, not to be racist, but how good would Paul do at Harvey's?
In Portland?
Think about that.
Yeah. Portland's great. Fuck
it was on my list. It was on my list,
like,
man. Yeah, no, I was supposed to be doing my first headline work this week.
Where at?
I was going to be at the Drop in South Bend, Indiana last weekend. Then I was going to do Fort Wayne comedy this weekend.
I'm sorry to hear that. It'll all get rescheduled though, Paul. It's all going to get rescheduled.
Dude, there's enough fucking shit going on for me not to complain about not headlining a fucking club that I'll get some other time.
Well, listen, I love you guys, and I want to do the same combo again. I know we have to cut these short. I would love to. I could speak to you guys for 2 fucking hours, but I'm going to have you guys back on the show in the future, hopefully when this is all done.
Hell yeah.
I do have mad love for you, man. If you want to plug your social media or anything like that, Carlos, you have anything you want to tell? Any stock tips? Any long plays? Any long?
Yeah.
Well, for the long game, you'd like to go with ABC or what is it? ACB, Aurora Cannabis Company. That's fucking going crazy.
ACB, all right.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm at Carlos Comedy. If anybody wants to check it out, I have a podcast. It's called My Life in Rambles. And as a matter of fact, Jenny has been on it for the past five episodes, and a lot of insight on comedy club and stuff like that.
I suggest everybody that is doing comedy or a comedy fan listen to that podcast. Anything that Carlos is involved with comedy-wise, it is definitely worth a listen. And that's coming from me. That's coming from me. I never give people compliments. One of the most loved comics in the game, Carlos Rodriguez. We can't wait to see you back in action. I miss you by far. One of the most comics that I miss the most. Paul Conyers, anything you want to mention, my friend? Your CD is on iTunes, correct?
Yeah, it's Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. Just Paul Conyers above the fray. I'm at Paul Conyers on Instagram. My podcast is called The Cotton Poly Blend. And would love to see you guys, have you guys check that out. But dude, thank you so much, man. You know I love the shit out of you. I really you guys have both helped me so much in just my short career, and so I truly appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
And it's awesome too, man. I'm so glad because everyone's like, in a good caliber of comedy too. Because I was just with Kabir in Vegas and fucking around, and then I hop on a plane and I see Paul at the airport going to Indiana, and then
to Arizona,
and it's like that's so funny, man. When all of a sudden you meet comics in the airport,
dude.
It's awesome.
Paul,
really doing it.
What Paul has done in the last few years have been amazing. All of us, man. Let's all pat ourselves on the back.
All right, there we go.
Well, listen, I really do appreciate you guys coming on. I will have you guys back again next week, maybe if we have a little time. I do love you guys. Good luck on your album, Paul. I hear it's great. I can't wait to see you back in Austin. Carlos, one of the most loved comics in the I have mad love for both of you guys, man.
Love you both, man. Love you both.
Mwah.
Love you
Take
guys,
care, guys.
See you guys.
This has been Lockdown with Kabeezy, and this has been a phenomenal episode with two of my favorite people. Hopefully, you guys will keep following, and we'll see you next week with Ron Vai and Mark Smalls. So that's
we're
gonna find out who Ron wants to fuck more, me or Paul. No, I'm just kidding. It's Mark. It's Mark. Trust me. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Later.
Oh, why did I end? Oh no.